Should modern churches have festivals and fairs and bazaars and events that raise money? Think about Jesus. He went into the temple and he started flipping over tables. He was not happy with what was going on there. But that is different than the modern churches and the festivals that we know that are held at the church. How's it different? Well, Jesus had said when that happened, something to the effect of, this is called a house of prayer, and you have turned it into a den of robbers. So what was going on here was a lot more than just a fall festival. The marketplace had basically moved into the temple so much that people couldn't get in there to worship. And if that happens, if there's so many vendors and so many people selling stuff that you can't get into the place of worship, then that's wrong. It's keeping that building, that temple, from its original purpose. But another thing that was wrong is the reason he called them robbers is because they were robbing people. They were taking advantage of people's religious needs, of animals that they needed to sacrifice and such for religious purposes. And they were charging them an astronomical amount of money. So people were having to pay a lot for what they saw as their salvation. That's another issue when you take advantage of the poor, when you pressure people to give money to something that they're not feeling called to give the money to. And that can be with church as well. So these festivals and the stuff that we have at the modern churches, they're actually okay. They're not the things that Jesus would walk into and start flipping tables. Because for one, most of them, at least the ones that I've been to, they're not in the sanctuary. If they're in the sanctuary, that might be an issue, but they're not in the sanctuary. So they don't cause worship to be displaced or keep people from getting in there to worship. Another thing is the purpose. The people at these festivals, if they're done right, and the bazaars and such, the people that are selling things there, if they're done correctly, these people should not be charging an astronomical amount of money and putting that money in their pocket. What they should be doing is it should be for a purpose. It should be for a fundraiser, to raise money for a ministry or a mission, community outreach, something to that effect, rather than just someone charging a lot of money just to put in their pockets and make themselves richer. The other thing, these fall festivals and such that the churches have, they can be a very good thing for fellowship, because people that have never been to the church or never set foot in the church, they may come there for the first time and meet a lot of good people. So they can be, usually are, very good things. If they're done right, there might be some businesses that aren't allowed to sell there, that aren't allowed to, because their views or their whatever they're selling doesn't really align with Christian beliefs. So that's something to take into account. But the fact of the matter is, the festivals and stuff, the carnivals that we enjoy at the churches today, they're not the same thing as happened when Jesus went in there and started flipping tables. It's a lot different. At least it should be.